Hi, Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to have you here. I mean, I love about the show that it's kind of in the espionage thriller world, but it's quite a world away from the Aston Martins and the Martinis of James Bond. What really attracted you to being a part of
I
it?
think that's what it was actually. Like, it feels, even though it deals with a lot of different worlds, themes, it's a big scale show that spans literally like 2-3 different continents. The show feels very grounded and very character driven, and really it's a show about family and identity and love and belonging. And I think that's what drew me to it, is that I really felt like I believed these people, you know, even though they were in the most extraordinary situations, they still feel like real people. I think that's also testament to the phenomenal actors that are in this show as well.
And tell us about the character you play and how he fits into this whole jigsaw puzzle.
So I play a character called Simon. He lives in this place called the Matrix, which is basically the underground level of the US Embassy. And he's a tech analyst. He's a signals intelligence analyst, which means that his job is to tap into signals, to cryptify things. He works in cryptography and making sure that information is secret, also decoding information, and just basically like tapping into signals to make sure that everything's okay. In the show, he's often like tracking different people's chats, webcam use, internet use, and then actually throughout the show becomes a bit more of a spy. Like, he actually goes into the field and does a bit more, which is quite fun. But, yeah.
And Joe Wright, one of my all-time favorite directors, Atonement, one of my all-time favorite films. And I love that he's brought to the show, you know, it's a larger canvas, I guess, and working on a film. There's so many complex layers to it. What was it like working with him?
Incredible, really. He has the biggest heart, and I really feel like he puts his soul into everything he does, and you can really see that. We just watched the first episode. I'd never seen it, you know, and it's so artistic, more than anything else. Like, there are so many directorial decisions that I think are so interesting in a television format that just work, and I think you need someone as innovating, as much of an innovator as he is, in order to pull that off, in order to be daring. I think the show's very daring.
And an absolutely stacked cast. I mean, Michael Fassbender, Jada Smith, Jeffrey Wright, Richard Gere. What's it like sharing a set with all these people?
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Like, I grew up watching these people, you know, I spent so much of my life watching their films, and yeah, I feel very lucky to be a part of it with them. But I think the thing that's most extraordinary about all those people is that they never ever make you feel like you're anything other than their equal, and I think that's really crucial when you're leading a show. And actually, it's such an incredible experience. It's been such an incredible experience working with them.
And Michael in particular, I feel like he's one of these actors that continues to make very interesting choices, never been kind of typecast, never makes the same choice twice. What do you think makes him particularly stand out as, you know, actor of his generation?
I think he's just extremely hard working. You know, I asked him the other day, like, how he prepares for the role, and he said that he's read each episode of this show over 200 times, and I think that says it all. Like, that's just one facet of all the kind of work that he's doing, and you know, and you can see that on set. Like, there's so much. It's almost like you get the tip of the iceberg, and you can see all of the work that has been put in to create that. But he makes it look so easy that you don't even know it's there. It's extraordinary. He's really an incredible performer, and it's an amazing role. I think, you know, he's played such an extraordinary variety of characters, and it's so amazing to see him tackle what feels like a very new one as well. Yeah.
And in terms of the takeaways, I mean, I really feel like it's one of those edge-of-your-seat thrillers that sort of carries you away just on its entertainment value. But there's also a lot that chimes, I think, with the contemporary audience. And I love the fact that also really at the core of it, you know, there is this love story.
Yeah.
So what do you think the takeaways might be for audiences?
Yeah, I think it's about kind of the sacrifices you make in certain lines of work and certain professions. I think it's about love more than anything, not just romantic, but familial. You know, such a big strand in the show is Martian's relationship with his daughter. I think that runs alongside Martian's relationship with Samia. And then the third thing is your love of work and how much you're willing to sacrifice, how much of your identity are you literally willing to sacrifice in order to do what you quote unquote love or feel like you're born to do. And so I think that the show explores these questions that feel quite urgent.
And what's next for you? And what do you think you'll take away from this experience into your next project?
There's a few things coming out in a film called Layla, about a very different character, British Palestinian drag queen. That comes out in cinemas next Friday. Weirdly, the launch of that is where we just did the launch of this. And then in the new year, there's Black Mirror and a few other things that I can't say right now, but I'm really excited about like what the next year is going to bring.
Not too shabby at all. Well, congratulations on this and your other projects, and really enjoyed tonight. Thank you. Nice to chat to you. Cheers.